Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder and thank you for joining me. We're back today with another Def Leppard box set. This is CD Collection Volume 2. This one here, you can see the side of it there. It's continuing the logo just like the first one. And we got the back side there with the albums and the breakdown. And it's a box where the discs and everything slide out of it. Now, I did do a review for CD Volume 1 that's over here. And if you're interested, and also the one directly behind me there, the brand new early years box set. But we're going to take a look at Volume 2 today. This one here covers Adrenalized, Retroactive, Slang, Euphoria, and it's got 3 discs of Rarities. That's the really cool part that we're going to get into. Just a quick little background on the band. They formed in '77 as part of the new wave of British heavy metal. The lineup at that time was Joe Elliott, Rick Savage, Pete Willis, Steve Clark, and Rick Allen. Now, by the time that this box set's coming out here, both Steve Clark and Pete Willis are no longer with the band. Pete Willis was dismissed, and Phil Collen from the band Girl was brought in 1982. And unfortunately, Steve Clark passed away after the Hysteria album and tour and was replaced by Vivian Campbell in 1992, although he does not record on the Adrenalize album. They chose to do that as a 4-piece. So the first album we're taking a look at from the box is the Adrenalized, and as I said, you know, they recorded as a 4-piece. You can see that photo there on the back side of it, and we got a cool insert just like in the vinyl. They've got our nice write-up here. They always chose a cool photo and then a write-up about the recording process and whatnot, and there's the photos there. And each one of these is done like a what do you call it, a vinyl thing, so it's got the disc in it with a sleeve, like so. So this one was produced by Mike Shimplee. He did the mixing for Hysteria. Robert John Muttlang, their producer that they had been working with on Pyromania and Hysteria and so forth, wasn't available, so they got Mike Shimplee to work on this album, and it very much sounds like the stuff that they did on Hysteria. It was the first album after the death of Steve Clark, and as I mentioned, they chose to record as a 4-piece. It entered at #1 on the Billboard charts and eventually was certified triple platinum. Now the next one up is kind of a strange one, but one of my favorites. It's called Retroactive. This one here is cool. It's got a little gatefold inside, and then there's the back side of it. This one here is self-produced by Def Leppard. It's the first album that Vivian Campbell appears on, but it's also got the distinction of being the shortest time between 2 albums. Between Retroactive 93 and Adrenalize 92, it was just a little over a year when they released it. And this is a compilation album of songs that featured touched up B-sides or unreleased tracks in here. It debuted at #9 and went on to sell 1 million copies, be certified platinum. And there's the disc on it. But the tracks on here, it's got some really cool stuff. Desert Song, Fractured Love, Action, which is a cover from Sweet, 2 Steps Behind, which came from the Last Action Hero soundtrack. This is an acoustic version. She's Too Tough, some B-sides here, Miss You in a Heartbeat, Only After Dark, Right Into the Sun, which is a re-recording from their first EP. From the Inside, Ring of Fire, I Want to Be Your Hero, Miss You in a Heartbeat, and 2 Steps Behind, which is an electric version, and so is the Miss You in a Heartbeat. Those were 2 bonus tracks on this. But yeah, it's a great album, even though it's a collection of B-sides and unreleased tracks that they just touched up for it. All right, but next up, first full-length new album, brand new material, was Slang. And you can already see the difference in this album. They chose to redo their logo. It's the only album that does not have that recognizable Def Leppard logo like other ones. There you go, I'll re-show you that next to this. Did not appear on here. There's the back side of it. And this one is not a gatefold, but it has a cool inner sleeve in it there. And then that. And then you can see the disc here. It just reproduces the Slang on it. So this album here was produced by Pete Woodruff, and somebody completely new in the production chair. It's the first album featuring Vivian Campbell in full, but it definitely marked a musical change in direction or departure from their previous sound. This is a much more modern and darker sounding album than previous albums, and less of that production style that Muttlang was known for. It's charted at number 14 on the Billboard charts and eventually was certified gold. So again, not selling what they used to, but this, you got to remember the time frame. This was 1996. Grunge had happened and destroyed essentially everything that was rock and the hair bands and even metal stuff. Only a few bands were surviving. So 1996, for them to sell 500,000 copies in the US was actually quite an accomplishment. But next up, we've got Euphoria, which came out in 1999. You can see it's a return to form. They've got their logo again. The sound is a return to form. Pete Woodruff is still producing it, but they hired Robert John Mutt Lange in a limited capacity, and he co-wrote 3 songs with them on this. So those songs do have a much more stylized feel to it, as you would expect. This one has a cool gatefold opening on it as well. And then here's the sleeve, the tracks, and it's cool the way they notated who played the solos on it and stuff like that. And then there's the sleeve, the disc on that. The next up is the thing that is really cool about all this. It is the Rarities collection. It is 3 discs inside here. It opens this way. We get the breakdown on one here and the second one there and another one there on the back side. So I'm not quite sure what this, in this case, it's starting off because of volume 1 in the previous box. They start with volume 2, and that's why these are called 3 and 4. So now what's on these things, we've got a lot of demos, acoustic versions, live tracks, bonus tracks, B-sides, unreleased tracks, and soundtrack recordings. We've got Tonight demo, When Love and Hate Collide demo, From the Inside, which was a bonus track, and Two Steps Behind, which was a bonus track. She's Too Tough, Joe Elliott demo, Miss You in a Heartbeat, Phil Collins demo, Tonight acoustic, SMC, which is a bonus track, and then they've got a live recording that came from an EP that was called In the Clubs, In Your Face, and it was in Germany from 1992. It's got Hysteria, Photograph, Pour Some Sugar on Me, and Let's Get Rocked. Then on Rarities, number 3, it's got Live at the Hard Rock Cafe from 1995. It's got Armageddon, Two Steps Behind, From the Inside, Animal, When Love and Hate Collide, and Pour Some Sugar on Me. Then we've got When Love and Hate Collide, a piano and strings version, which is really cool. And then Can't Keep Away from the Flame, which was a Japanese vault bonus track off the greatest hits. Truth, original version, and Move With Me Slowly, which was a bonus track, and Work It Out, Vivian's demo. Then we've got on Rarities number 4, live at the Molson Center in Montreal in 1996, bringing on the Heartbreak, Switch 625, Miss You in a Heartbeat, Work It Out, and Deliver Me. And then we've got When Saturday Comes bonus track, Jimmy's Theme bonus track, Burnout, which is also bonus track, Immortal, Worlds Collide, and I Am Your Child. All of those are bonus tracks, and all of those were either unreleased or B-sides or things. So you get a really great collection here of those 6 tracks. And then you've got another live track, Demolition Man from 99, and then you've got 3 more live tracks from 99, When Love and Hate Collide, Paper Sun, and Goodbye. So you get a really cool collection. Then you've got this great book that's in here, and it's got, goes album by album in this thing. And it's got a lot of great write-up and information and photos and things like that in there. And it's really great packaging. So bottom line, the 3 disc of Rarities in this I think is totally worth it. As I said, the book is amazing and the packaging is really great, and I really like the remastered quality. So I do recommend this packaging over perhaps maybe volume 1, which re-released a lot of stuff that was already out there. All right, hope this was informative and you enjoyed this. And if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.